It's a much altered down team. In total there are 6 changes, with Michael Cunningham the new goalkeeper, Luke Howard and Darren O'Hagan come into defence, and Mark McKay is the new partner for Peter Turley at midfield. Kieran Donaghy makes a dramatic return to the Kerry team at midfield. David Moran is ruled out with a serious wrist injury. The rest is as selected, with Mark O'Shea making his first appearance of the season. There's a league debut for Aidan Walsh, and Paul Murphy is at centre forward. And this basement battle begins at Park Esler in Newry. 2 counties who've yet to register a single point in this year's Allianz League. It is a beautiful afternoon. Here's Darren O'Sullivan running at Peter Turley, and O'Sullivan has got through, and that is a wonderful start for Kerry. Inside 30 seconds, Darren O'Sullivan gives the Kingdom the lead in Newry. Kieran Donaghy bats it down to Brian Sheehan, and Kerry get moving again. They look sharp up front. Paul Murphy out in front of Aidan Carr. That's Alan Fitzgerald, the Kerry full forward, and Fitzgerald got his boot through that beautifully. And it's 2 points to no score. Lovely direct football from Kerry, right from their own kick out. Great movement up front, and Alan Fitzgerald settling into this game nicely.
Kíimidir álam sé cecht an chéad kick sé bhíige. Agus dhéanam baist mar se clínte eile Barry O'Hagan. Éon tachan cín agus ó maithine tar trascat a siúd mars. Mór náit canan céanna ó mú. Kíimidir álam sé seo I checht mar a dhéon Sheehan. Agus Cohen saucer hain son and black
Goron Talab sin Kailcha agin Verchaku agus Furshi Rash agus Hifa well go bhfuil sé a hogail leis an cosjas be sin a wadnís Jackra dó.
Me sin aní chasaiste chuir sé dresan in 4 héir. Agus titan si go dain chair agus níor Keelyró chumpóir the fin Gaidson.
Díor orthu Marial. Jírian sé, but Agliarian sé an jíhal atá ag
na búliam puile ceanmhain curtha ar sé dresan. Agus Harrison an bhecht into ríisce mar sé an bearna smaid a chu sí caiiltecha agus an dún inis tacht ar nón saí. Bhúil tisteach an son ag Joe Murphy. Dad into go dasan son ag Barry O'Hagan. Barry O'Hagan chéad bouta agus na fórne curtha ar chó score ag Barry O'Hagan.
Yeah, agus an am se bhhaid imróir luan sin Joe Murphy bhfuil kidúir deanta aige sa clíthe seo go dtí seo. Tá sé gimmert go maiid tá kids beidir níos mó den líthráid feice aige na imróir bí eile ón dún tá sé great.
Murphy inis a bhúlisteach a chuin a caid all in ar fada Joe Fitzgerald. Agus an doran núsáid go deasca O'Sullivan ag ar bhaid agus sin is gas das is puinte tócaige siúd ag sin an taint bhain le Murphy agus O'Sullivan.
An slascem jantan sin agus éfhí bhrú léiríonn sin a tríthe atá ag O'Sullivan tá Harvard Jackar a stopúin sin agus éfhí lean teol agus a tiontíonn sé díirichan sin ar bhí níhra deag agus ar feh second bhhain bhí seans cúlán agus chuir sé ar an trasan é.
Búta das O'Brien buatige agus Pádraig O'Connor ilan anna héaró sa chóir siúd. Amach leis a dro O'Brien há luasaige úsáidan sé í agus í buaite. Harris an trasnán ag siúd agus puinte das eile.
An jocail marad cuan an úsáid na tóna sin ó Stephen O'Brien ar thuin líthra.
Ag Sheehan 3 faointe chur atra. Buaite ar chlé ag siúd. Láh anna adag ag siúd. Agus O'Sullivan émart anna chiste ar fad ag O'Sullivan.
Tugann sé dúis don milteoir nó don spoiler má hitsin tú ar an talamh agus be ceartéid an bontáiste thuirsin duine atá ag taispant na sciile.
Agus Fitzgerald
Ráid agus an cumar an scéal go bhfuil tú chun bontáiste a bhainse san líthraid cé go bhfuil cáilís a dhéanú bhairt ligann sé den imirt golaré go dtí go bhecinn sé beidir nach bhuaithí tú bontáiste ais.
Póca tábhaigh O'Sullivan siar a dro Brian Sheehan agus an chéad puinte ó imirt ainte aimse ag Sheehan ba hain agus a ríist. Agus gráte puinte ó imirt ó chéanamh agus níos puinte eile ó kickséir ag Sheehan Hannon agus Craindearsteach na lámh a Keely agus a ríist. Jarlath sin chusan Kerry an ar go gád an dún tuairt féin scór cho fada ón maide.
Yeah, tá dún rich amachchas mín se a chuig nó dé go scóil siad chomáid agus go fíorneach na Aracan túr an dá aranta Kerry go maihan tá si smacht feiteach ar an clíthe agus caihíonn dún beidir coppla athra anime tá si de golan leat leis an clíthe seo.
Agus féchan is ar Kerry tachan cínis Padraig Conor caid búid istechadro O'Sullivan casa sé túir se féin buinte agus I'm seo sé an puinte chomá agus cad é sin inis mar sé puinte idir na fórna agus sé scór ní chéile I'm sé Kerry
agus an sé féinte sin luchhaid Kerry don faraswar sin agus
Sáid sé an goran trasan na parkadí Murphy agus churtha ar chlé ag Murphy agus feiceige agus dimmer se leis ní roid agus Danny McNaird ba agus an council mehar yes is látasach Kerry ginmh go maistí an buchan scata caiide náíre sí an tuairt fé a ríist agus an chaitsan buailte a bhd éir a níos fearr agus é caiilte a ríist mar bhí rá gach únsaí sa lesa an chaid cailtecha agus síhan na taachtamach níl éineos ar níl éon tosa ó Kerry os chóir go féile sí chiáil gotí Poland agus nead mechan dún beidir chum má beidir meachsa chances caidí se le chiáil isteach agus mé gin tuairt féin buinte agus a bhhachtint mé an tá nuáinnig chéad scór sa tarnach an chéad scór a tí go trocha nó
agus bhí seans cúlan ach choirise se ar an trasán.
Ina chuir fáil an gic amach gotí an daamh agus Darren Sullivan is tuairt fé heach an rás ag an bharsa caiiste neisteach an baide os a cóir duine bhleisteach ar maide ach í curtha Harris i drasnán ag a ríist agus is
Gur éid sin a dóg mar díireach ní ráhach sé níor láric sé siar cecin sin agus díirnar hetin sé siar ceic tilse agus ní híl sé gró sé go raile sin líráid.
Turley mechan tosa go ríist agus Fitzgerald fuór carta buí casan chun neisteach agus amach a dro McGinn a ríist McGinn fuair sé puinte bhain tam lína hin caid búilteisteach I dro O'Brien na lainí categada agus O'Sullivan triú de sé báidige agus a ríist sábháilta go maidirach O'Brien bud bhaithte go níl methe de cheoilte go háil an Harris cíimiid consumar leis a bása Danny tochas a cheann agus beag Danny breasás leis sé an chéclathe neise go héin agus síhan lá na parke agus an bheachtain Tarcha siar de sé báidige siúd agus kickdá a chuigeach beag an builte go híisiil Harrison drasnán ag siúd agus céiráistige agus síhanna lorug den éigent agus síhan gachbáta tasúig an líráid na chiáiliste chuig na tosa agus fechar síhan a tachan cín deis úntaach scorála ag seo dhéon se ileánahan agus scór íhan ar fad an crain dír Harrison spotadób sé tílteige.
Ja, inta
fad agus chailte smacht ar níráid so béidir an agus sin dinta ge siúd agus éon faointe de
dóchas a antí.
An imir ar fad ó málan fós machchain cín puinte aim sé géad a hain tá agus puinte álan éonrach a hain. Siar Tommy Welch Doran agus pastain séach trasna an son I dro Brendan O'Sullivan ach sin se go mai bhuachaint tá chun cín Pacal Kenny agus Brendan O'Sullivan tuairt féin buinte agus an tonadaí tre scór áin ar fad an san níteach ar an barcach le héad a scór.
Fearmór a costal O'Sullivan agus sí
agus cum anna ach líar agus ceann eile chur múige
90 seconds remaining and down. Gift possession back to Colin Cooper of all people. Cooper does not miss from there. He is back with a bang. How many times have we seen points like that from Colin Cooper, but down, architects of their own downfall. Stephen O'Brien had a superb day. Brendan O'Sullivan available inside him. Here's Paul Murphy, Barry John Keane. It's just shooting practice at this stage, and the down players desperate for the full-time whistle. Kerry are heading for a huge victory. Barry John Keane into Peter Crowley again. There's no way through. The referee has a glance at the watch, and there is the whistle for full-time. Kerry win for the first time in the 2016 league. It's been a good day for them in Newry, and they've beaten down by 22 points to 6.
The situation we found ourselves in after the first 2 league games was difficult, but we always knew it was a massive game because Down were in the same situation after losing the first 2 games, so we always felt it was a 4-pointer game really, and just massive to get 2 points on the board away from home, and it's just looking forward now to next weekend.
Well, a one-sided affair in Newry and another defeat at home for Down. Let's look at Kerry first of all. Pat, what's the assessment down in the Kingdom after 3 games?
Well, it's good to get a victory after 2 defeats, but to be perfectly honest, Michael, serious analysis of this game is out of the question. It was men against boys. It was 3-3 after 17 minutes, and for the next 55 minutes, Kerry outscored Down 19-3. I know James was manager and he packed it in 2 years ago. I can see why, because he must have seen the writing on the wall. Because to be perfectly honest, this was one of the poorest displays I've ever seen from a Down senior football side. In defence, they were naive, they were innocent, they got in no tackles, there was no leadership, there was no spirit, they threw in the towel too easily. In the forwards, there was no plan in attack. They got 1 point from play in the first half, went 23 minutes without scoring. They were very, very, very poor indeed. So serious analysis of Kerry. We'll wait for tougher tests.
Sure. And from a Down point of view, James, you still have an interest in this, working with the underage obviously up there as well. What's the story in Down at the moment?
Look, I think the general consensus, people in Down will know that we're in transition, probably do realise that we probably have underinvested in our underage structures over the last number of years, and they're trying to put that right now. Paddy O'Rourke's in to try and get the development squads into shape, because we reckon that they weren't up to scratch previously. No disrespect to the people that were helping out there, but look, they try to get in the highest calibre of coaches they can, but look, we're way behind a lot of counties.
I don't want to tell you, but a lot of people think in Kerry that Kerry are actually in transition as well, so not to get worried.
Well, look, it's a job that very few people wanted, and I think Eamon Burns deserves huge credit for stepping up to the mark, knowing that the turnover of players is massive. Some key players have decided that the commitment levels are too high, and understandably so for some of them, with family commitments, etc. So when you can't get your best 15 players or best 30 people into the panel, it's very, very difficult. But I think that people in Down have to realise that they have a group of players there that they're working very, very hard to try and turn the fortunes of the county round. But look, it's going to be tough over the next few months.
Well, it certainly didn't go well for them today, Pat, as we were saying. Good from a Kerry point of view, in the sense that Kerry kicked plenty of scores today, and some of the kicking would have impressed.
The platform for Kerry's success was at midfield. Kieran Donaghy started midfield and played for most of the game. He was brilliant. Brian Sheehan was alongside him at midfield. They dominated the midfield area, but this is Kerry football at the best. It's about kicking, it's about moving the ball fast, and it's about getting them in particular into the full forward. The full forward line were brilliant today. Alan Fitzgerald here showing well for the ball, that was Kerry's second point, and all through you see this wonderful kick passing 40 metres into Darren O'Sullivan. Look, turn, shoot, goal. And it's the same thing again. We've just picked a couple more clips. Again, it's the kick passing. It's a feature of Kerry's play down through the years. They're brilliant at kick passing, but on top of this, watch the support play by Brian Sheehan, and this is one of the finest strikers of the ball, you know, leisurely stroking the ball over the bar from 30 yards. And again, this is the kick pass, good diagonal pass, fella coming on the run, full speed. Point here from Brendan O'Sullivan. So that's Kerry football. You know, they did play, irrespective of the opposition, some of the football they played today, some of the kick passing, some of the scores was very impressive indeed.
That's all you can do, isn't it? All right, it's time for us to take a break here on Allianz